an unexpected romance unfolded as an ordinary girl fell head over heels for a man whose true identity was shrouded in mystery. At first, his anonymity was charming, but then she discovered he was a prince. Her dreamy tale took a heart-wrenching turn. Yet, in a twist of fate, it turned out the prince's love for her eclipsed her own. A love so profound, it almost gave her mother a heart attack. But why did their love story nearly send her mother to the hospital? Could societal pressures crush their fairy tale romance? Or will they defy the odds? What's the current chapter in the saga of these star-crossed lovers? Keep watching to dive deep into this enchanting narrative. And remember, before we reveal the secrets of their love, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe for more captivating tales, and spread the word by sharing this video. This is another love story of one of the 9 royal families of the Malay state of Johor, who isn't smitten by the glitz and glamour of beautiful noble women, but seeks true love from the most simple and ordinary places. Fortunately enough for this prince, he didn't have to travel to the end of the earth to find his Cinderella, who would perfectly fit in the glass slipper, because she lived in the same country as him. And her name is Khaleeda Bustamam. Khaleeda binti Bustamam was born on 16th of July 1993 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. She's the 5th and last child of Bustamam bin Daud and Azia binti Abdulaziz, having 2 elder sisters and 2 elder brothers. However, her mother was the only parent that was part of her upbringing. Being a single mother is a difficult task on its own, but being a single mother and raising 5 children on your own, that's a huge responsibility. But Azia loved her children and she did all she could to make sure they had a better life, without thinking too much about not having a father figure in the house. Khaleeda attended Sekolah Rendah Kebanggasan Tamam Seri Gombak in Selangor from 2001 until 2003, where she participated in dancing. Alongside that, she also participated in track and field events at the same school. She was also appointed as a school prefect. Her interest in dance enabled her to represent the school dancing team. This shows that her involvements speak of her character, skills, interests, athleticism, and competitive spirit as being perfect, while also dancing and participating in track and field requires discipline, speed, and strength. As Khaleeda was busy having fun at school, her mother Azia was working hard to provide a better life for her and her siblings. And fortunately for her, there was a vacant position to serve at the Malaysian High Commissioner in the United Kingdom, an IRA Malaysian student department. Azia saw this as an amazing opportunity for herself and her kids, so she took the job. During her time in England, Khaleeda attended St. George's School at Hanover Square from December 2003 until July 2004. Upon the completion of her primary education, she pursued her secondary education at Westminster Academy, London from September 2004 until July 2008. There, her involvement in sports and music continued, specifically in drums and keyboard. In addition, she also assisted the school library in processing the latest books and publications. As a result of her exposure in the UK, Khaleeda can speak 3 languages: Malay, English, and a little bit of Spanish. Upon her family's return to Malaysia in January 2009, Khaleeda continued her education at Sekolah Sri Utama Kuala Lumpur until she passed the Sigil Pelajaran Malaysia examination in December 2010. Her passion for sports never wavered, as she continued to be active while at school. It was the same passion that took her to a polo game to show her support, when she saw this handsome young man riding on the back of a horse. It was love at first sight for both of them. He was the Prince of Johor, Prince Tunku Ismail Idris. Nothing about him spoke of royalty. He was just an ordinary polo player with no bodyguards. After the game, he wasted no time in asking for her number, and she didn't waste a second in giving it to him. So their love story began. They initially started with texting and Twitter, but the more they grew fond of each other, they yearned for each other's physical presence. As the relationship progressed and they became closer, Khaleeda was left with a piece of shocking news that sounded unbelievable at first. She got to know that the ordinary polo player was the Prince of Johor. She felt disappointed. She began to question their relationship and also doubted if they'd last long. She knew how it was for royalties to hardly marry outside themselves, so she gave up hope easily, thinking that the prince would eventually leave her for someone more noble and elegant. The prince knew of Khaleeda's concerns, and he tried his best to let her know that he just wasn't going to let go of her that easily. He expressed his undying love for her and also went as far as asking her to marry him, and she said yes. They were both excited about the new development of their relationship, and they decided to break the news to their parents. The prince approached his father, Sultan Ibrahim ibn Sultan Iskandar, the then king of Johor and the current king of Malaysia, and expressed his intention to marry. He told him to ask his mother, to which Raja Zarid Sophia Sultan Idris happily agreed. I wanted my eldest son to end his bachelorhood. It would be nice if he attends my coronation, scheduled to be held at Istana Besar next year, with his wife, said his mother. Prince Tunku's father was about to be crowned as the 17th Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia at the time, and they were all preparing for the ceremony. But it wasn't the same experience for Khaleda when she broke the news to her mother, who nearly had a heart attack. Because of the love she had for her daughter, she expressed her concerns about how princes just want to have fun and don't like to commit to ladies who are not of royal blood. On hearing Khaleeda's mother's stance, the prince wasted no time in telling Azia how much Khaleda meant to him. The prince spoke in a talk show saying, "I went home to her mother and told her that I was not playing around and that we were in a serious relationship. I promised her that I would take care of her daughter. I just wanted to give her mother that assurance. Because if I were her, I'd be worried too." They both got married at a private function at Istana Bukit Serene on 24th of October 2014, with the presence of family and close associates. In a recent unofficial meeting with the NST, the prince said he had known Khaleda for several years, and she was his best friend. "We clicked and I can talk to her. We share the same passion and she loves football, which I'm also passionate about. I find respect and communication important in a relationship. My mother and siblings are fond of Khaleda. When I told my father, he seemed happy." Prince Tunku and Khaleda were both clad in white, traditional baju, Melayu Johor. The prince was 30 and Khaleda was 21 at the time of the wedding. She officially carried the title Cepuan Khaleeda Bustamam. The reception later took place at the Istiadat Persandingan in Istana Besar on November the 8th, 2014. The dark skies and drizzling of rain failed to deter a huge crowd from converging at Dataran Bandaraya to watch the live broadcast of the royal banquet to celebrate their wedding. 2 large screens were set up for the broadcast. The grand ceremony was attended by about 2,000 guests. A lot of special guests were present. Among the foreign dignitaries were Brunei Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah and Raja Seri Pangeran Anak Hajah Zaliha, and Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and his wife Ho Ching. After their wedding, Khaleda got pregnant and gave birth to a daughter, Tunku Kulsum Amina Sophia, born on the 25th of July, 2016. A year later, they were blessed with a baby boy, Tunku Iskandar Abdul Jalil Abu Bakar Ibrahim, the Raja Muda of Johor, born on October the 14th, 2017. On the 17th of July 2019, they had their second son, Tunku Abu Bakar Ibrahim, and on the 21st of April 2021, they had their second daughter, Tunku Zahra Zarit Azia. Khaleda didn't let her marriage and motherhood stop her from achieving great things, as she was appointed as the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Technology Malaysia in 2021. She is also the president of the Malaysian Girl Guides Association for the Johor State Branch. She continues to work together with her husband outside the home to be the voice of the voiceless. In 2019, a tragic incident happened. Prince Tunku and his wife Khaleda expressed their grief over the death of an abused 9-month-old baby. The victim, Nur Muazzara Ulfa Mohammed Zainal Zara, died on Friday after being subjected to physical and sexual abuse by her babysitter's husband. The babysitter and her 36-year-old drug user husband were arrested and remained to facilitate the investigation into Zara's death. Prince Tunku, upon reading the news on the case, took to Facebook and wrote, "Reading the news of a 9-month-old baby who died due to alleged rape, sodomy, and abuse is heartbreaking and emotionally disturbing. My wife, Yang Mulia Cepuan Khaleda, and I are deeply concerned with the welfare and well-being of children of all ages because we're also parents," he said. Following this, Prince Tunku said he and his wife were compelled to be part of the Tindak Demi Anak Kita, or Tindak campaign, to support and improve public awareness on sexual abuse against children. Sexual abuse against children is not something that could be taken lightly. It is a serious matter that must be addressed because it is unacceptable by all, including religion, he said. Prince Tunku said his family also expressed concern over the incident. My mother, Raja Permaisuri Jahar, Raja Zard Sophia Sultan Idris Shah, and sister Tunku Tuna Mina Maimuna Iskandariya Sultan Ibrahim have previously expressed their concern and would pursue campaigns such as this. It is hoped that such effort would bring awareness on matters such as this, he said. It is quite rare to find a couple who are mostly on the same page as Khaleda and the Prince of Johar. What are your thoughts about this couple? Leave your contributions in the comment section below. Do not also forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, hit the notification button to get notified when a new video is released. See you in the next video.